It's Friday night and I've just finished a big week at work. 10 hours overtime and I'm absolutely knackered. Unfortunately, no camping for me this weekend as I have family commitments, but I need to get out and clear my head. I quickly packed my rucksack, I've drove past Penrith and I'm now on the winding country roads of the Lake District, heading towards today's destination. I've had this one on the back burner for some time, a cheeky little Wainwright summit, absolutely perfect for a last minute getaway. 1.2 miles walking, 509 metres high, perfect for some post-work camping solitude. Just before Pooley Bridge we hang a left. Driving past the beautiful shores of Ullswater, I can feel the mountains getting closer as I head out into the middle of nowhere. The roads getting ever tighter and ever more difficult to drive. What's that you say? Surely not Hallin Fell. It'll be like a circus up there. Correct. We're going just a little bit further. I park up next to the most perfect little stream and bridge. Throw my rucksack on and head out into the wilds. Could this be the perfect last minute camping getaway? Join me to find out.
Hello YouTube, I hope everyone's fitting well, and a big thank you for joining me once again on another wild camp. As you'll have heard in the intro, it's Friday night, can't camp tomorrow, so I needed a quick getaway that's not too far of a walk but still feels like a bit of solitude for a wild camp. There's Hallin Fell just there, and this time of year places like that are a no-no for me. They'll be like a kindergarten party, too busy, especially if you're after a bit of solitude. We've got Beda Fell and Ullswater in front of me, and I'm heading up the just over 1.2 mile route to this fairly unknown summit. Like I say, it's one that I've had on the back burner for a while for just an occasion like this. I am chasing time a little bit, so let's get on track. Although the path is clear, it's not overly trodden, so hopefully I'll have the place to myself tonight. Maybe even one or two people to have a little bit of a crack with. Just breaking the top of the first little hill, coming across our first cairnstone, not 10 minutes away from the car, and it already feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere. That little summit just there is Place Fell. I'd recognise that trig point anywhere. It's the most weird trig point I've ever seen in my life. It's right out on a rocky outcrop. Got cracking views down two valleys and we're heading right up the middle of it. The track does become a little bit more clear as it meanders through the bracken, and although in places it is a little bit steep, I've not found the need to use my walking poles yet. Top side of Ullswater is now just peeking into view. You can see the massive trig point on Hallin Fell with some people next to it, just as I thought it would be. Really busy up there tonight. The views really are starting to open up now. I've dropped down from that first peak and now I'm on the ascent proper. That is Steel Knots there. That was my first camp after my mum passed away. See a lot more of Ullswater now. The sun is just hiding behind some rather ominous looking clouds, but it is supposed to get out for a nice evening and morning, so fingers crossed for sunset and sunrise pictures. Place Fell is a lot clearer now, Helvellyn well in view. I've broken the back of the ascent now. I can see the summit cairn from here. Ooh-wee. That last little bit I've come up was a little bit steep. Should have probably really stopped and got my walking poles out, but couldn't be bothered. Now on the way up I thought this cairnstone was the summit, but it's not. The summit is right there. But just to make double sure, we're going to tap her anyways. Well above Hallin Fell now, views are mint. And what is this down here? Looks like a Hobbits' house. A house made for Hobbits. Let's go and have a look. It looked like a doorway from all the way over there. It's just like a little windbreak, isn't it? Beautiful though. Right, we're only a couple of minutes away from that summit. Now, despite me chasing my backside a little bit with this being a post-work hiking camp, it's taken me about 45-50 minutes to cover the just over 1.2 miles to this summit. That includes stopping to film and take photographs and such like. It has been undulating up and down, a little bit tricky in places. I should have stopped and got my walking poles out in places, but I really couldn't be bothered. But we can finally say, Beda Fell, you 509 metre cheeky little postwork beauty. Done and boshed it, mate. Another one off the list, Wainwright number 94. And what an absolute little cracker this is. Look how low that sun is in the sky now. 360 mountain views, valleys, clouds, farmland, lakes. Absolutely perfect for a quick getaway, for some peace, quiet and solitude on a solo wild camp. Right, time for me to take some photos and then have a look around to find myself a pitch for the night. With the added bonus of tonight not having to wait around to get the tent pitched up. So that'll be the first thing I do once I find my pitch. Just having a wander around. I'm just dropped down from the summit. Now that summit is quite pointy. Not a great lot of room to be pitching right on top. So I'm dropping down just a little bit to try and find myself a pitch. There is a couple of lads just down there. Obviously I don't want to pitch too close to them. Just down here there's a couple of nice bits, and also down here as well. It is a little bit breezy, although to be fair not as bad as forecast. It was supposed to be up in the 30-35 mile an hour range at the moment, dropping to about 12 overnight. But while we're on the subject of weather people, Met Office, BBC, whichever one you pick, sort yourselves out, man. You've been as much use as a chocolate fireguard recently. Absolutely useless. Helvellyn, just over yonder, should be having 18 mile an hour gusts at the moment. Ullswater, just below me, 16. So I should be somewhere in the middle of that range. My hairy white backside, that is 25 to 30 at my estimation. 10 is getting buffeted around significantly, I was going to say. So for now, I'm inside the tent. Usual setup that you've seen in the last few camps, so I'm not going to bother going through that. That's the view I've got out the tent tonight, which is not bad at all. However, at the minute, I'm not sitting out in that to enjoy it. I very well may be able to open my door if the wind backs off a little bit. But time's ticking on and I'm getting hungry and I want my tea. Continuing the theme of these microwave meals of varying names, we're on Dolmio again tonight. Spicy mac and cheese. Once again, everything's in the green apart from the salt, which isn't an issue. Once again, I've been on a walk, sweated a bit out, happy with that. Let's get her boiled up, see what she tastes like. My tea's all heated up. I'm finding 10 to 12 minutes in the jet boil on a gentle simmer is perfect for these. Wind's not backing off, but I've had enough of not enjoying these views, so I've opened the tent door. And as views go, to have your tea too, this isn't too bad at all. Oh, that was a bit tough. Definitely ready for this.
he says, as always. No meat in this one, just spicy mac and cheese. Do me a turn. Spicy? No. Tasty? Yeah, it's alright. I can still see plenty of people on Hallin Fell as well. Yep, that'll do grand. Right, camera's going off. I'm going to finish my tea and see if I can get some nice photos and possibly even a time lapse of that sun going down. Hopefully this blinking wind doesn't blow the camera over. Well, I managed to get myself outside to get some photographs. And fingers crossed, I did manage to get some of the sunset as well. The wind's still gusting strong. Views are still nice and clear over the lake and Hallin Fell. Just and saw the last of the sunset colours in the sky. It's dipped well behind Helvellyn now and it won't be long before it's past the horizon. So it's most definitely time for me to zip the tent up for the night. Even Tactical Duck's had enough of these winds. He's tucked up in the sleeping bag for the night. Oh, if you know, you know. I've trekked myself tonight. I brought some Heineken Zeros along with me. So even though I've shut the tent for the night, I can just sit and chill myself here. Have a couple of these before I get my head down for the night. There's not going to be a great lot more going on tonight. As always, enjoy the photos and the footage that I've got for you overnight. And we'll see you bright and breezy in the morning.
Deep within, here we go. But somehow I'm caught in the middle. Is this the end before we've even begun? Should I work against the flow? A drop in the ocean so endless, reaching for our moments miles above. I just need one. Diving in to all this endless space. Falling stars, but still I see you. Sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep blue. Hold my breath, looking up. Life moves in waves that keeps changing. Catch a glimpse of what was you and me. It's gone again. Sinking in, back on the shore. One foot in front of the other. Close my eyes and feel you hold my hand just like you used to back then. These hopes dance high like sparks before they go out. But in that second, you're still mine. Diving in to all this endless space. Falling stars, but still I see you. A sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep blue. I know I'm floating on this dream, but soon comes morning. For now I'll embrace our wondrous sea. Diving in to all this endless space.
Good morning everyone. Bang on 5 o'clock. So I've overslept slightly. Solid 7 hours. Happy with that, even with that wind. The old earplugs did the trick. I am keeping the voice down a little bit because that wind's died down now. So my voice is going to carry a little bit. I'm not overly close to those two lads, but I don't want to make too much of a racket. Let's have a quick peek outside, see what we're looking like. Wow, beautiful. Sunrise looks absolutely beautiful. Ullswater's looking a lot calmer, and just the gentlest of breeze in the air this morning. That'll do nicely, and a cracking view to have your breakfast and coffee too. Yeah, that's not a bad view to have my breakfast too at all. First things first though, sip of coffee. Oh, wow. Definitely betterer. Just what the doctor ordered, that. Oh. Time to finish the breakfast off. Enjoy these views for a little bit while I finish my coffee. And then it's time to start the rigmarole of packing up inside the tent. It is absolutely glorious this morning, and it makes a refreshing change not to have to pack the tent away in gale force winds and rain. That is for sure. Beautiful clear blue skies. The sun's up properly now, just peeking above the mountains. Ullswater looks absolutely serene this morning. It's a bit cloudy on top of Helvellyn. And Place Fell, my goodness, that looks absolutely idyllic this morning. That's where I had my tent last night. Nothing but a patch of flattened grass. There's my rucksack ready to go, with the rubbish bag attached to it. So as always, and as it should be, I'll be leaving no trace. Right, time to hightail it back to the car. I'm just on top of the last little pinnacle before I make my final descent to the car. This is truly one of the best mornings that I've had in the lakes for a very, very, very long time. Absolutely glorious. And obviously I'm just reflecting back on what's been an absolutely epic, cheeky last-minute wild camp after work on a Friday. If you're in the lakes for whatever reason, maybe you're on holiday, maybe you're a local, and you're looking for a cheeky last-minute getaway for a hike or wild camp, Beda Fell, I can highly, highly recommend it. Even in the height of summer, where Hallin Fell was like an absolute circus last night, this one offers very, very, very similar views. It feels more isolated, and it was very quiet. Other than the two lads that were camped fairly close to me, or I was camped fairly close to them actually, nothing other than a hi was said, and there was one other guy walked past me. Absolutely 10 out of 10 for this one, for a cheeky last minute camp. Thank you all for joining me once again on this one, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. So once again, until next time, stay safe, much love from a Cumbrian lad.